So after the introductory class, we are starting our new video, new practical experiment, that is to find the resistance of an unknown wire. And remember, it's an experiment. And I have experimented a lot, so that it is clearly understandable by you. So and definitely it will not be an entertaining video, okay? So look at it very carefully till the end, and let's see. And I have told you that your suggestions are accepted. Please do comment on this experiment, and I have tried my level best in order to present this experiment to you, to find the resistance of an unknown wire. And basically we will be telling you about we are going towards the experimental verification of Ohm's law, but this is the experiment from class 12. So please go through this experiment very carefully and look at all those steps, and very deliberately I have not given the PDF or notes. I want you people to write everything on your own. Now let us see that what are the apparatus required for this experiment. Number one, 100 centimeter and uniform metallic wire AB, the name we give to that, attached to a metallic scale on a wooden board. It is provided with connecting terminals at its end. I'll show. In the first video I have shown you this thing, and AB is marked along with the instrument. Number two, 4 volt DC source. We will adjust that eliminator in 4 volt mark. An ammeter. I have taken the ammeter of the range 0 to 1.5 ampere. A voltmeter having range 0 to 3 volt. A key, a jockey, a resistance box 0 to 10 ohms, and few connecting wires. So these are the requirements for the circuit, and I have shown you that the aim is to find the resistance per unit length of a given wire. Now let us understand the circuit diagram for the experiment very carefully. So this is the eliminator or DC source. You can see this is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal. I'll connect a connecting wire between the positive terminal and the A, that is, this is the 100 centimeter long wire, and it will be written A on the apparatus. So just you have to connect the positive, the red knob of the DC eliminator to A. The negative part will be going to the resistance box, and remember, it will enter in. This is the circuit diagram. Don't tear it. So I am writing it for you. So here you can see the resistance box at this terminal. We will keep it in mind. We will insert the wire at 1 ohms, and we will take out the wire from where the infinity knob is there. Remember, okay? And that wire goes to a key, and key to the ammeter. So this is for you. I am in exam, they will not give the positive and negative part. I am drawing it for you. It will help you. So it should go to ammeter negative. Remember, and remember ammeter positive to the B. And the next part of the circuit is like this. From A, I'll join the wire to voltmeter positive, that is the red one, and the voltmeter negative, I'll connect it to the jockey. Okay, and in this experiment I'll touch the jockey at 80 centimeter mark and take out 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 3, 4, 5 ohm resistance from the resistance box, and accordingly I'll take the reading of ammeter and voltmeter. And how to find the resistance? I'll divide the voltmeter reading with ammeter reading, that is V by I. That will give me the resistance. Now it's time to compare the circuit diagram with the real circuit. So you can see in circuit diagram the negative part of the eliminator goes to the resistance box where 1 ohm is written, and from infinity it will go another where go to the key, from the key, and it will go to the ammeter negative, ammeter positive to the B. So that is marked. So I can show you. I have arranged the circuit like this. You can see it. Now see, eliminator negative, that is the black one where will go to the resistance box where 1 is written, that is low. The higher part, that is the infinity, is written here. From infinity 1 where will go to the key. The key has don't have any positive and negative terminal, so it is independent of positive and negative. So another end of the key will go to the ammeter negative. You can see it is the black one, okay? And the ammeter positive will go to the B. You can see it. So it is written B, and this is the 100 centimeter long wire, okay? So this is this portion of the circuit. Now I'll start the positive terminal of the DC source or eliminator to A. So now see here, I have joined one wire. See, this is the positive terminal. One wire will go to A, and from A I have joined one wire to the voltmeter positive. You can see it properly. So A to this A, I have connected one wire like this to voltmeter positive, and voltmeter negative I have connected a jockey. In the last video I have shown you. So this voltmeter negative I have joined the wire to the jockey, and I'll touch the jockey at 80 centimeter mark. You can see it properly. It is very clear. So my job is to switch on the eliminator and set it at the 4 volt mark and put the jockey at 80 centimeter mark like this. And corresponding, now the circuit is off. I'll take the ammeter reading and I'll take the voltmeter reading. So hope you have understood this one. So this is the circuit. You can see this portion connected to A to voltmeter positive, voltmeter negative to the jockey, and jockey is set at 80 centimeter mark. Now it's a time to see the list count of the ammeter. You can see it. I am zooming in little bit so that you can see it properly. See, from 0 to 0.25, from 0 to 0.25 ampere there are 10 small divisions, okay? And this ammeter have the range of 1.5 ampere. You can see. So it is 1.5 ampere, and between 0 to 0.25 ampere there are 10 small divisions. Here we have seen 10 small division, 10 divisions. 10 divisions is equals to 0.25 ampere. So in order to find the least count, we should write one division is equals 0.25 divided by 10. So we can write 0.025 ampere. So our least count, of ammeter is coming like this, 0.25 ampere. It is the voltmeter what we will be using for our experiment. You can see the range of the voltmeter is 0 to 3 volt. See, you can see here it is a 3 volt, it is 0 volt. Now let us find the least count. So I am zooming in, you can see it properly. So see, from 0 to 0.5, from 0 to 0.5 there are 10 small division. So you can see from 0 to 0.5 there are 10 small divisions. So we will set our least count accordingly. For the least count of the voltmeter, we have seen 10 divisions is equals to 0.5 volts. So therefore I can write 1 division is equal 0.5 divided by 10. So that gives me 0.05 volts. So therefore I can write least count of voltmeter. Here the thing what we are using is volts. Please check the least count of the instrument given in your board exam. So this is mandatory, so check it. Now we will start the experiment by switching on the eliminator, and see I have set the eliminator nearly at about 4 volt mark, 4 or 5 volt mark. Next job is to take out 1 ohm resistance from the resistance box. So I'll take out that 1 ohm resistance. Now my job is to see what the ammeter reading is. See the ammeter reading. I am zooming in little bit. Now please count the number of divisions. So I'll count it for you. First of all, you are learning. So this is 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can take the ammeter reading at 34. Ammeter reading is 34. I'll multiply that ammeter reading with the least count of the ammeter. Okay. Now, next I'll put the jockey. At 80 centimeter mark. Now, see it very properly. I am touching the jockey at 80 centimeter mark. So I have set the jockey at 80 centimeter mark. Now my job is to take the voltmeter reading. See it very carefully and count the number of divisions. This is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51 or 2. You can take 1 or 2. So voltmeter reading is 52 and ammeter reading is 34. Ammeter reading is 34, you can see, and I have taken out 1 ohm resistance. Now it's time to tabulate my reading in the observation table. So I'll switch the eliminator off. After taking the first reading, my job is to tabulate the reading. It is serial number 1. And I have taken out 1 ohm resistance from the resistance box, and my voltmeter reading is 52 and my ammeter reading is 34. So now my job is to multiply this voltmeter reading with the least count of the voltmeter, that is into 0.05, and multiply this with the least count of the ammeter, that is 0.025. So my first observation, I'll calculate this and I'll take out the reading for this with the help of a calculator. So my first observation is done. Now it's a time to take the second reading. So I'll switch on the eliminator, and next job I'll take out 2 ohms resistance from the resistance box. You can see now this resistance box will behave as a 2 ohms resistance. Now first of all, my job is to take the ammeter reading. So you can see the reading of the ammeter little bit decreases as we have increased the resistance. Now count the reading. It is 10, 20, 30, 31. So I can take the ammeter reading as 31. Now it's time to put my jockey at 80 centimeter mark. So you can see I have put the jockey at 80 centimeter mark as I have done in the earlier case, and correspondingly I'll take the voltmeter reading. You can see it is also decreases, so I'll count it 10, 20, 30, 40, and I'll take the voltmeter reading as 46. I'll take the voltmeter reading as 46. Now I am tabulating the second observation. So observation number 2, and I have taken out 2 ohms resistance from the resistance box, and my voltmeter reading is coming 46, so I'll multiply it with the list count 0.05, and my ammeter reading is coming as 31, so I'll multiply it with the list count 0.25. And remember, by the first two reading we can see as the resistance increases, both the voltmeter reading and ammeter reading will be decreasing. So generally we'll be having a decreasing trend in this experiment. Now for observation 3, again the same thing we will repeat. So I'll switch the eliminator on, and now I'll take out 3 ohms. So I'll take out 1 and 2. So now this resistance box will act as a 3 ohm resistor. So now let us see the ammeter reading. So you can clearly see the reading also decreases. It is 10, 20, 2, 4, 6, 7. I can take the ammeter reading as 27. Now I'll touch the jockey exactly at 80 centimeter mark, as I have done in the earlier cases, and correspondingly I'll be taking the voltmeter reading. You can see it is also decreasing, so 10, 20, 30, 40, I will take it as 41. So voltmeter reading is 41. Now see, for the third observation, I have taken out 3 ohm resistance from the resistance box. My voltmeter reading was a 41, so 41 into the list count 0.05, and my ammeter reading is 27, so 27 into the list count 0.025. For the fourth reading, again the same process I'll repeat. I'll switch on the eliminator, and now I'll take it 2 knobs from the resistance box, that is 2 plus 2, that is 4 ohms. So correspondingly I'll take the ammeter and voltmeter reading. You can see the ammeter reading very clearly. See the ammeter reading and count the divisions 10, 20, and it is 24. I can take the ammeter reading as 24, and as I have done in the earlier case, just I'll put the jockey at 80 centimeter mark. You can see it properly, so I'll put the jockey at 80 centimeter mark like this, as I have done in the earlier case, and take the voltmeter reading. Now count the voltmeter reading. It is 10, 20, 30, and I'll take the reading as 36. So the voltmeter reads 36. Very quickly I'll tabulate the fourth observation, and I have taken out 4 ohm resistance from the resistance box, and my voltmeter reads a 36. So 36 into 0.05, and my ammeter reads 24, that is 24 into 0.025. So for my last observation, again the same thing I am repeating, that is I am switch on the eliminator. Now it's time to take out 5 ohms. So I'll take out 1, 2 and 2. So you can take this one out. This is also a 5 ohm resistance. So I have taken 1 plus 2 plus 2, that is 5 ohm resistance. So let's check the ammeter reading first. So ammeter decreases further. So the ammeter reads 10, 20 am. I'll take the ammeter reading as 22. Ammeter reading is a 22 division. Now I'll put my jockey at 80 centimeter mark, as I have done in the earlier cases, exactly 80 centimeter mark, and take the corresponding voltmeter reading and read the voltmeter. This is 10, 20, 30, and it is giving 32. So my voltmeter reading gives 32 divisions. So I am tabulating the last reading, that is the fifth reading. In my observation table, I have taken out 5 ohm resistance from the resistance box, and my voltmeter reading was 32, so I'll write 32 into 0.05, and my ammeter reads 22 into 22 division into 0.025. So I'd like to show you one thing. Notice it, all the voltmeter ammeter reading are gradually decreasing. This is the second time I am telling. So this experiment have a decreasing trend. So with the increase of resistance, the voltage as well as the current decreases. So very quickly I'll calculate the values of the potential difference volt and current I, and I'll calculate the value of R. Then it's a time to plot the graph. Now I have calculated all the values with the help of a calculator. So it's little bit clumsy overwriting. Never overwrite inside the observation table. It should look neat, but it is not at all neat, I know, because why I have allowed this, as I am not giving the board exam, you all are giving. So see this, there is no problem related to this. 2.6, 2.3, 2.05, 1.8 or 1.6, it is gradually decreasing. And here the ammeter reading, see here I have taken 2 decimal, 3 decimal places also. Now I'll manage it to the 2 decimal place graph. This should be in 1 decimal place and this should be in 2 decimal place. Accordingly I have found the values of the resistance, and after that I have taken the mean of all the resistance divided by 5. So my result is coming nearly 3.002 ohms. So what length we have taken? We have taken 80 centimeter length, okay, 80 centimeter length. So resistance per unit length, so 1 centimeter having resistance of this resistance divided by 80. So it is 3.002, it is coming here, and divided by 80 centimeters. So my result is coming 0.037 ohms per centimeter. Okay, so now we will draw the graph. I have written separately for the graph this thing, because we will be plotting this thing on the graph sheet and finding out the slope, and you will see the two results will tally. This one I have taken the resistance of 1 centimeter, where, and from the graph the slope, let me check what the slope is coming, and this is the clue of our answer. So we'll draw the graph like this, and remember this is I have done this by rounding off these values. So let's go to the graph sheet. Now it's time to draw the graph, the most important part of your experiment, and I have tabulated the result here separately. So see here I have this is a voltage versus current graph. So I have taken current in x-axis and voltage in the y-axis. Don't forget to mention that voltage is in volts and current is in amperes. Now it's time to set the scale. Now first of all I'll plot the current in the x-axis. See the reading of the current. So it starts from, see the lower limit 0.55 and see the upper limit, it is 0.85. So this is a very important 2 decimal place graph. So I should start, and remember this 0.55, 0.85. So if I start from here 0, this is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, and it is not accommodating here. So what I'll do, I'll just shift my origin little bit. Say I'll start from 0.2. X-axis starts from 0.2. So I can write easily here 0.3 ampere. So it is 0.4 ampere. This is 0.5 ampere, 0.6 and 0.7, 0.8 and 0.9. See, with the help of a shifting of origin I have managed to plot this. Now see the voltage values. See the voltage values, it starts from 1.6 and ends at 2.6. So easily I can plot, I can start my origin from a y-axis as 0. So it will be 1, it will be 2. but if we plot this close, the points will be very close to each other. So what I'll do, I'd like to separate those points little bit. So I have taking 20 division. You can take 30, 40, anything. So 20 division is 1 volt, and another 20 division here I'll set it at 2 volt, and another 20 division I'll set it 3, and lastly this is 4. We have to measure only 2.6. Now see, after setting the scale, I have shifted the origin, I have set, and both the scales are uniform. See, in the last video I have mentioned the scales should be uniform in both the axes. Now it's time to write the scale. So very important, other than scale, marks will be deducted. So scale I should write, see the x-axis. So here 10 division, 10 small division equals to how much? 0.1 ampere. So I'll write it accordingly. So 10 division along x-axis. So I'll write 10 divisions along x-axis is equals to 0.1 ampere. Okay, and see it from here, y-axis. So 0 to 20, that means 20 small division equals to 1 volt. So along y-axis, 20 division along y-axis is equals 1 volts. So that's give me my scale. This is the scale I have set. Now it's time to plot the graph. See it very carefully. I'll draw it very slowly. So 2.6 and 1.8, 8.5. So where is 2.6? So first I'll start from x-axis. So 8.5 is here. See 8, 8.1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And where is 2.6? This is a 2.5, remember. So 8.5 and this is 2.5, and 2.6 means just 2 place above the graph. Okay. So I have, see, this is 8.5 and this is 2.6. So this is my first plot. So don't make it a blob. What I have done, just point it and encircle it. So first point is done. Next, 0.77. Where is 0.77? Here, 7.77. And 2.3, 2.77. And 2.3 is where? And this is here. See, 2.3, 2 division equals to 0.1. Okay, so 77, 2.3. Then 0.68. 0.68 is here. You can see it clearly. 0.68 means 6.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it is 2.1. So where should my 2.1? So 2.1 is here. So I have marked it. So do it very carefully, very patiently. So next is 6.0 and 1.8. 6.0 and 1.8. So 6.0 and 1.8 gives me this one. Okay, and lastly 0.55 and 1.6. 0.55 and 1.6 is here. So I have plotted the 5 points. Okay. Now it's time to draw my best fit line of best fit. So see how I am doing it. So this is on your hand how good you can draw it. So see here, first of all set the scale so that the point should lie very close to each other, and try this, that the few points, 1 or 2 points should be above the line and 1 or 2 points should be below the line. Okay, and all the points should be very close to each other, very close to each other. So I'll draw the line like this. So that, see here, 1 point is down and 3 point is up. So this is my best fit, and draw it little bit long such that the extrapolation is already done. Okay, so this is my best fit line. So you can see these points are very close to each other. This is little bit away, so don't worry about this one. So I'll take one plotted point here and another unplotted point. So I'll make my mind that I'll take this plotted point, and one unplotted point I can take this point. little bit below, so I can mark this point. This is plotted, this is unplotted. Okay, so this one is plotted point. So I'll just project that point to the y-axis, and let us see where it is meeting with the y-axis. So draw a dotted line like this. So I am drawing this from a plotted point, means the point what is there in your observation table, and you should do it like this. If you take two unplotted point, that is also correct, but main thing is your slope, calculation of slope should be correct. So then I'll do the same thing from the unplotted point, that is the point which is not there in your observation table. See, I'll drop that perpendicular below here. So that's the perpendicular for you. So see here. Okay, now see this point, this is a 7.7, 0.77, and this point is 2.123. So this is a 2.3. So remember, this is x2 and this is y2. And what about this point? This is 0.46, and it is 1.5. So 1.5. So it is x1 comma y1. Now you can calculate the slope in this graph page also, or you can use your exam paper also. So calculation of slope calculation. Okay, so we all know slope equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Therefore I will put the values of y2. What is the value of y2? 2.3 minus what is the value of y1? 1.5 divided by x2 is 0.77 minus 0.46. Now see, I have calculated this with the help of a calculator. Now remember, this y2 minus y1 is in volts and x2 minus x1 is in ampere. Volt by ampere, that means ohms. So my calculation, the value of slope is coming 2.58 ohms. Okay, now see one thing, you should keep it in mind here. Now see very carefully. Previously, when we find the resistance per unit length from the mean, we have found it as 0.037. Now same thing we will apply for this calculation of slope. So what is it? See here, my R naught is coming from graph. You know, you should write it like this, from graph. We have found R naught is equals to, so R naught means resistance resistance of 80 centimeter length, okay, is a 2.58 ohms. Now it is the resistance of 80 centimeters. So what should be the value of resistance per unit length? Resistance per unit length. It will be how much? Is equals to, it is the resistance of 80 centimeters. So I'll divide it by 80. In one exam they have given K is equals to R naught by 80. So they can give various type of things. So you have to find the slope. Remember, slope is very important. This is slope. So my value is coming as 0.032 ohms per centimeter. Now see very clearly. From the normal observation table, my value comes as 0.037 ohms per centimeter inverse, and from graph it is coming 0.032 ohm per centimeter inverse. So these two are almost matching. So remember, in board exam they have given 10-15% shift to the exact result. So this result is very much acceptable. So hope you have understood this thing. So very carefully draw this portion, how I have shifted the origin and how I have drawn the best fit line. You can draw much more better than me. So If you do it properly, this too will be as close as possible. So hope you have understood this one. So hope you have understood my my thing. So the experiment, and go through it repeatedly, and I have given a precise trace on the graph, and this is only the beginning. I will provide you all the experiments related to your board exam, and if it is helpful, then please subscribe this channel, and please watch it again and again. Hopefully it will help you, and thank you very much for watching this. Thank you.